Hey, what is going on, you guys? So I know y'all like, girl, what do you got going on? First of all, I seen this girl on Instagram do this. She had like her knife and then she put her microphone on there because sometimes when it's on your clothes and stuff like that, it just don't be acting right. But nevertheless, let's get into it. So today is Dear Unity, UNITY, and I'm low key trying to whisper because my kids are on spring break and they're still sleeping. You see what I'm saying? People that don't have no job, nothing to do, they are tired because they've been staying up all night and everything else while their beautiful, lovely mother have to get up and you know what I'm saying, make a way out of no way. You know what I'm saying? But they say, make a dollar out of 15 cents or a penny or something like that. But nevertheless, I decided to go ahead and do my Dear Unity because I know how March tends to. I know how all the months for so long have been kind of speeding up and stuff like that. So anybody that know Dear Unity is like an open diary for me. It's nothing that I promote. It's just something that I can look back on to see my trainer mindset, what I was thinking, etc., etc. I'm not gonna lie, I have been journaling and I think I put a lot of more of my personal names and details and tell all books in my journaling. And I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, like I think I said this in a couple of videos, but if you haven't did videos or memos, or if you have a journal, I guarantee you it's best to use it. Use it. If you like me, you got about 1,000 journals. I still got journals that I ain't even wrote in, ain't filled up, but I am leaving it on my iPad now. But I just was thinking, like, man, like a lot of times when I look back and I read stuff that I either wrote down that day or whatever, or the accomplishments and stuff that I have made, I kind of surprised myself. I be like, dang, like when was that or when that happened? Because sometimes we tend to just go through life and just go through life. We never tend to stop and enjoy the accomplishments and the goals that we have been through. And that's something that I am definitely going to start doing in life and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm in a grind mode. I gotta get back on my grind mode because these past couple of months, literally couple of months, because this is March. Matter of fact, let me reverse. This is March the 18th, 2026. But yeah, like a lot of things that I feel like that I have got comfortable with in a mind frame. I am looking for a new career change, but I'm grateful that I'm still able to work and make money in different ways and stuff like that, legal ways. Cause you know what I'm saying. Don't hit me up talking about, girl. You know what I'm saying. Give me what you got. You know what I'm saying. Like $40. I don't need nobody hit me up on this type of time. But but no, I definitely see the growth within me and my mindset and how I carry myself and stuff like that. Uh, so I definitely have been just soaking in a lot of stuff. The month of March, wow. What can I say about this month so far? I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. A lot of stuff haven't been going on. Like I say, I'm looking into a new career change, just something new to handle. My kids are good and healthy. My daughter is in track. She'll be a senior next year. My oldest, looking at how my kids are growing beautiful and wonderfully. This is crazy. This might be a short Dear Unity because I honestly cannot think of a lot of things that I would like to discuss or, far as this month. I will say this is that I was talking to a friend of mine this morning and we was talking and stuff like that, and I just want to encourage somebody that's out there, don't settle. Don't settle. And what I mean by don't settle is that, you know what you want in life. You know what you want to do in life. You know how you want to present yourself. So don't settle. Do not sit up here and feel like just because of what you're going through, then you have to settle for anything. And when I say settle, that means job, relationship, anything in your life. you so upset that you don't feel comfortable with. It's time out to stop being nice because people or things that is meant for you, it will be regardless when you set your standards and your boundaries. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why we have standards and boundaries. Because let's just keep it real. What have you gained out of a situation when you settle? Yeah, it might be okay for a couple of days, weeks, months, even years. But I guarantee you in the long run, it's not worth it. Don't settle. You know what I'm saying? Like my mindset and my mindset and my mentality on a lot of things in life is like I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to do something or act on something because it looks good or oh I never experienced this so I'm gonna do it knowing that the person or the thing that is going like I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I'm oh okay I really want to go here but I really don't like this person but hey I'm going on a trip. I'm you know what I'm saying or oh, this job, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all right, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the pay is okay. But it'll do no. Mm-mm. Set your standards. Because I noticed that when you set your standards and boundaries when it comes down to stuff, then you will be surprised how people come back to the negotiation table. You will be surprised how people come back. Take that in. You will be surprised how people come back with, you know, what they're willing to, deal with or how they willing to come back at you. Clock it. And I'm just being honest with you. That's with jobs, that's with relationships, that's with anything. And I noticed that when you start kind of being upfront and you start telling people, this is what I want, this is what I require, this is the bare minimum that I'm willing to accept and take, then they either move around or they get with the program. That goes for a job. Like, for example, you could be like, oh, I'm looking for a job. Just because I'm looking for a job, I'm not fit to get back into that mode where, okay, I'll just accept anything, put in all that work so I can prove myself. No, I know this is how I come. This is what I'm willing to accept. I need to base. What is your base pay? And you'll be surprised. Even me calling some of these jobs like, okay, and then they want you to do all the applications, do all the extra stuff or whatever. They want you to do all the applications, all the stuff, all the procedures, and then as soon as you start talking about, okay, so how much you pay? What's the base pay? Don't stutter. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to know this before I even come in here, before I fill out an application. Okay. Oh, well, we start off at this much. Okay. So are we going higher? Is it negotiation for higher? Because if it's not negotiation for higher, or if it's not an amount that I'm willing to accept, then I'm not going to accept you. Thank you. And then it's so surprising because some places are saying like soon as they tell you they base pays, and they be like, well, is that good enough? Because if not, we're willing to work with you. What would you like? Okay, now we're talking. And then I never forget one time my uncle had said this. Shout out to my uncle David. I never forget one time he was saying something like he was in a position to hire people, right? And he was just like, you will be surprised how so many people doubt themselves in the process because they either want the job or they don't want to be overlooked because they ask or they set a standard or a boundary. So for example, he said this one person came in for an interview and he was just like, he told them, of course he gave them a number. Okay, this is thing. I was like, um, I don't know if it worked there. Like the man was like saying, like, oh, this is how much that I require. You know what I'm saying? Or this is how much I'm willing to work for. And I think he was just like, okay. And he was like, and what he failed to realize is that uh we was gonna go higher. You know what I'm saying? Like I was willing to go higher than even the number that he gave. But since he gave that number, I went ahead and, gave that to him and stuff like that. But it was more so in the thing of like be mindful, you know what I'm saying? Like never settle or always making sure you put yourself in a situation where you negotiate. So I think that in this month, that's my mindset when it comes down to job, career, when it comes down to relationships, even with relationships, you guys, like stop settling. Stop settling. Stop wasting people's time. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? This month of March just made me realize like, a person can be a good person, a person can be, amazing person, but if they have a lot of stuff going on in their personal life and they need to get together, why are you signing up for it? Have fun, enjoy life. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not in a mindset of going through with a person, even if it ain't my fault. Yes, I'm a nice person. Yes, I'm a good person. Yes, I'm not, a user or abuser of a person. But what I will not do is I will not settle. Just, what that song say, any man, what that lady sit up here and say, talking about any man is better than no man. Any piece of a man. Girl, you didn't lost your mind. You done lost your mind. Because it's also a saying I could do bad all by myself. Why are y'all getting into relationships and y'all have a lot of things going on? And this is not only for the men's, it's for men's and women. Women also, like, let's just be honest with you. If you know you have a lot of things going on, if you know you're not in a position where you want to be at in life, why are you looking for anybody? Same way when it comes down to same way when it comes down to men's and stuff like that. Oh, just you know what I'm saying? I got this, I got that going on. I got that. You need to fall back. What are you even thinking about dating for? Why? Your mindset and mentality. And I was talking to a friend of mine, shout out to Shar. Man, we was having a good conversation because she came into my job place. And when I tell y'all, she's already T. You see what I'm saying? She's already T, you know what I'm saying? But when I tell you she looked it so good, like I was like, girl, you looking good, you looking good. And then it's so funny because I was like, well, you know what I'm saying? You got your new boo. We need to chat. And it was so funny to me because I thought about it. I was like, and then she was just like, girl, no, I just been pouring into myself. I just been, making sure that I present myself in a way that I would like to be approached because she got tired of certain men approaching her or just even feeling the need that they was, on her level. And I was just like, dang. But it made so much sense and she looked it phenomenal to be. Like, I mean, it wasn't nothing outrageous, you know what I'm saying? Because she's cute, period. But it was just so funny that I just feel like she just had a glow to her, like, like, ooh, like, yeah, girl. And it's so funny because so many people look at you and sometimes they relate it to like, oh girl, who you with? You know what I'm saying? Who got you smiling? And sometimes it needs to be yourself. Take yourself out on a date. Take yourself out and enjoy your life and stuff like that. Even when it comes down to flowers and stuff like that. Crazy thing about it, I remember I said that every month I'm gonna give myself some flowers. If I don't receive flowers, I'm gonna give myself some flowers. So I'm not gonna lie, last month I ended up giving me some at the end of the month. This month it'll pass. I haven't got none, but I'm probably going to go pick up some flowers today because I deserve the flowers. I deserve it. And it's like certain things in life, you know what I'm saying, you deserve to treat yourself to regardless. Sometimes treat yourself to the stuff so once it comes to you and stuff like that, you're not overly impressed, but then also you more appreciative of it. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people say, well, you know what I'm saying, the dude be like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying, flowers are just die. It's the smallest things that count. You know what I'm saying? It's the smallest things that count. So I just really, I don't know why that just was on my mind to encourage somebody out there, period, when it comes down to your career, when it comes down to your love life, when it comes down to anything that you want to set your mind to, never settle. Never settle. Like don't sit up here and take that job just because you feel like, oh, I can work myself up or you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna prove myself. Stop it. You've been proving yourself all your life. If this company don't get it or if they feel like that, oh well no, we're not gonna do that until you do that. Okay, then thank you. I'll go to another company. It's somebody out there that'll take you on or what I'm saying, or willing to, put you in a position where you're winning and making the money that you want to. I'm not settling. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I think that we need to have that mentality in life. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop getting attached to things, materialistic things, and careers and stuff like that. Because if something happens to you tomorrow, then that same company is not gonna occur. I'm tired of busting my ass when it comes down to companies. And then at the end of the day, like you said, per se, once they done use you up, they going on about their business. That's the reason why it's best to take the vacation, take the time needed, do your self care, keep yourself up, make sure you look good, feel good, you know what I'm saying, being good, etc., etc. That's you owe that to yourself. Same way with relationship wise. Be single. I'd rather do bad out by myself. If I gotta sit up here and you think that you taking me out to a date is that it's equal to you me giving up some pussy. Sorry for my language, but I'm just saying though. If I gotta sit up here and sleep with you for a meal that probably wasn't even over $20, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you would even spend like even because a person ain't gonna eat up that much. But I'm just saying like half of the time, and I think I was telling somebody this today, and I remember seeing this lady speak on this, and she said, because men be like, well, you gotta watch these females because they just be wanting a free meal. Yeah, that could be true, but it's like, oh yeah, you gotta watch these females because they just be wanting a free meal, and why you gotta take them out on a date because you know what I'm saying they hungry and da da da. And I just was like, ugh. And then she made a point and she said, first of all, it amazed me how so many men feel like that females are using dudes for free meals. Cause let's just keep it all the way real. A female hair, nails, clothes, makeup, everything the way she looks and the way she's carrying herself literally costs more than that date. So if I just spent over hundreds of dollars on myself to look good and presentable, and you telling me you taking me out on a date, spending around $20 or $40 on a meal, if that is equal to you sitting over there like really? Like if I spent this much on myself, why must you think that saying like, oh, I can't afford the meal? And then blah, blah, blah. What if that's the case? Then you'll say you should go Dutch. No, Dutch these. If I go, only people I'm going Dutch with is the females, my homegirls. We going Dutch. And then even with that, sometimes we might be like, girl, I got it. You got it this time? Okay, I got it. Or we go Dutch. We pay for our own meals and go on about our business. That's the point. Like, why would I go Dutch with a man? At the end of the day, and I understand because it's gonna be some people like, well, that's what I'm saying. It's always the dudes. Yes, but sometimes you have to lead by example. If you're a type of man that always coming through, or like you said, Prince, say you're always paying, you're going to have a caliber of women that, like Lotto say, he got money, I got money too. Who gonna trick on who? Clock it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some men that you want to do that for. It's women out there that don't mind taking the dude out and you know what I'm saying, and taking him out to eat and oh, I got it this time and this and that. It's men's like that. But it's also men's that don't deserve it. Like, trust and believe me, you taking her on a date, you probably done got on her damn nerves. You know what I'm saying? And she probably was like, you done probably already said so much inappropriate stuff. You probably done did so much inappropriate stuff. It's just kind of one of the type of things where it's like, that's the least of your worries right now. And a female has to feel comfortable enough to like be around you and deal with you. So, and it's vice versa, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, for say men, same way with y'all. I won't throw y'all under the bus all the way. But if you feel like a woman is not into you and she's not really feeling you and stuff like that, and she's moving a certain type of way, that's fine for you to walk away, King. Start holding yourself accountable too, especially when it comes down to your mind and your body. Because some of y'all so quick to sit up here and want to smash on a female and and just lay in the bed and it's 666. And it's kind of like then y'all wonder why it's no foundation and this person don't feel for you. Because at the end of the day, that's all the thing you can talk. You will be surprised how many people out there don't know how to have a conversation. That's the reason why sex is always trying to be brought up because they don't know how to have a conversation. They do not know how to talk. I got a book with 2,000 questions for the people that, act like they don't know how to have a conversation. So I just, I told this video was gonna be short, but I got to going in. But no, I do. I definitely want to look back on this and think to myself, like, because I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I want to look back on this and be like, girl, Queen, you was going in 'cause you said it. But I'm just saying though, like, uh, Find your person. If you haven't found your person, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be alone. It's okay to wait. You know what I'm saying? The price go up. Your value go up when you wait. And everybody like, like a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, what I'm saying? He, when he talked to me and we was talking and stuff like that, and I'm not gonna lie, the conversation that we had, I got him under big fella in my phone. But the conversation that we had, it was truly a blessing. And the crazy thing about it, I was crying. And this was a couple of months ago. I ain't gonna lie, probably January, but still, I was just like, I was crying. I was emotional after I got the phone with him because I needed that. You know what I'm saying? Like he poured it to me, but it also was like tough love. You know how you do that reverse psychology on a person, like, okay, you want to do this, you want to do that, go ahead. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like it was one of them type of things, but I needed that as a friend. I needed that as somebody that, have been knowing me for years and stuff like that. And I needed that motivation. And sometimes we gotta stop looking at where we at in life because a lot of times we might feel like, well, I'm not worthy to or I'm not in position. And it's so crazy because sometimes we get put in positions or a lifestyle that we feel like that we don't belong. Oh, I don't belong in these rooms with these executive and people with higher education and stuff like that. And I understand you might feel that way, but let me tell you something. God will open doors for you that it put you in places and rooms that you would have never expected. That's why I love when some people tell their story about what they've been through or where they came from. They be like, I was just a, regular, regular, doing this, and that, and look where they're at now. Because that's just proof of saying, like, hey, God will bring you and put you in rooms that degrees, education, money couldn't even put you in. But that favor ain't fair. So I just want to let somebody know out there, favor is not fair. So don't sit up here and beat yourself up and be like, oh man, I got this going on. Man, say, listen, clock it, clock it. I'm just being honest with you, clock it. You know what I'm saying? Favor is not fair, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't just got the ramble. I'm talking, it's gonna be short. I just knew it was gonna be 10 minutes. It's 22 minutes and 9 seconds. So that just sums up for the month of March, my dear Unity. If you stayed this long, I really appreciate it. If you like my video, come in. If you have anything to say, I really appreciate that too. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm not gonna lie, my content journey, I've been kind of, just I'm still putting stuff there, but I feel like I'm easing up here and there. But I'm definitely gonna keep going and keep pushing and keep, putting my all into it. So thank you guys if you have stayed this long. And remember, love, peace, and unity.